say. Be careful here. Oh, there's a hand.
So, in explanation of the trip, kind of a beginning, I called Frank. Frank, when he found out the very early start date we were going to be out, and additionally it was going to be in the mid to high 80s, Frank declined, did not want to go, told us to make sure we touched base with him as soon as we got out of the mountains. And I kind of understand that. I wanted to, to me sometimes, the weather's warmer, the early start, I'm probably going to have less people to deal with, and chances are there won't be anybody else out there. So far we've been very fortunate. We've never seen anyone in the area where we're at. So this was the first time we'd actually seen somebody who'd been out there really in a while. But there was that, and I don't hold anything against Frank for that. I think after the fact, it was probably a good thing he didn't go, and I think he's a bit disappointed that he didn't go. Additionally, I had some surgery done, and I'm good. I was good at the time. I had mobility, but I was only 3-4 days from stitches across my back. And so Trevor didn't like the optics on camera, but there wasn't much he was going to be able to do about it, because I really wanted my pants slung low in the back, because I didn't want the pants and the pack rubbing in the area where I was bandaged. So I was trying to keep it kind of from sweating too much and all that. And there was, we didn't film it for everyone. But then again, if you're on History Channel, there's going to be those little things you fix and take care of, and you spot check and want to make it perfect. In reality, that's what you got to deal with. You got to deal with problems. And I was at a situation where I thought, we want to get out. How much longer can I wait? How much longer will weather hold out for us before we're in the triple digits? And I wanted to take advantage of that. So it was kind of going out, kind of sucked because it was only 2 of us, and I had to carry 45 pounds of gear of water and batteries and cameras. And Trevor had his, but at the same time, it was kind of a good thing because it made us more flexible there was no other voices in competition. Trevor was there to film, and I was there to tell Trevor what I needed to do, what I was trying to attempt to do at everything. So without any of that, any interference whatsoever, I think we had a really good day and were able to get a lot done over that time. I think our spot is right over there.
The rocks. So what's the plan for today?
We usually go right up that path. Find the path of least resistance. Just take our time through this. Then we got one more uphill, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just so overgrown.
It's all the rain.
Definitely, but it is thick.
Mm-hmm.
Going back through the wash, I was surprised, and I think Trevor really was, at how overgrown it had become. The grass and a lot of the brush before we got to the wash was probably somewhere between my hip and my knee. It was pretty significantly tall. Once we got in there, it was pretty much a solid chin high, and I was having to find boulders or high points where I could look out across, and there was a number of times we had to backtrack, work our way across, and then kind of get up and look again, because it was just, sometimes there was 20, 30, 40 yards of solid brush. There was no break through it, and it was cat claw, and the stuff so high was just no way to break our way through. A few times we didn't have much of a choice, but it was to get in an area where we thought we could find some passage. So that was surprising. The heavy rains we got this winter, while they were a definite plus for the state of Arizona, I hadn't seen that much growth like that in a long, long time, and it was surprising at how thick the growth and how dense the growth was through there.
I can't believe how thick this is down in here now. Whew. Seems like we walked a lot further than we did, though.
Oh yeah. Lots of bees
See
here.
that white out there?
I do. I think it's a rock.
It could be. Could be trash or something blew in. Yeah, I kind of see the area we generally go. It looks pretty clear path. There's not a lot of brush through there. I think it's used as a game trail, so. Whose bright idea was it to bring all this equipment in my pack?
I don't know. Whose bright idea was it?
We almost need to switch packs. I'm sure yours is lighter than mine. I don't see any signs of anybody out here.
Not yet, no. See what the spiral looks like when we get there. If anything's moved.
Something just moved out there. Hear it? Other side of this tree.
I think I did.
Just over the ridge. Alright. I guess we'll load back up and get back on it. It's heavier. I think it got heavier while I was
Taking a break.
taking a break. Yeah. Oh man. Ay, 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 ay.
And just to clarify, the stick is so that you can poke around in bushes and for snakes, not because you can't walk, correct?
Oh no, it's fucking helping out right now. It's helping keep balance because I'm taking such a weird fucking slow, weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you got that big heavy pack on.
Yeah, because
All right.
I'm leaning out and looking at things. I feel like this stick is keeping me from tipping over. I should have tested it last night. A lot of holes here. Just not a lot of options.
Yeah. All right.
It's a mint plant. You can smell it. It's kind of crazy because I think it's the only mint plant we've ran into down in here the whole time. You could smell it as soon as we came up on it. That's just kind of crazy. Somehow blew in here and found itself a little spot to grow.
Right on top of all this too.
Yeah, but it's kind of well protected.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Right here. We spooked something out of here. See how it's all laid down?
Oh yeah.
It's coming in here. I think what we heard is when it came out over here. Yeah, see back in there. Now this is the area we generally come through.
Yeah.
We're too big to get through. Stay back there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're winding back in there. Cover. Hoping there'll be a game trail we can use. Not dig on this stuff.
You want me to follow?
When I tell you to.
Okay.
Watch this over here. One more little ridge to make over.
We're almost there. Well, you know, not many people have been coming back in here. Because I would think it'd be a easier trail through here.
It would take a lot of people to make a trail. So there's our ridge line we head for.
Yeah.
And I see no path of easy no resistance. So I think we head for it. Up here, up there, and then I'd say we just
I wonder if we're usually further down either direction.
we're about the same area as usual.
Well, I mean,
There you go. There's your shot, what we came through.
that is what we came through.
That was thick. As thick as it's been in the past, I think that's the thickest it's been. And I got myself 3 times. 4. Well, I don't know, maybe that's blood from the other side. That's the problem with being the guy out front. Oh, all right, we work our way along this ridge, and then we get up on the mesa. And then we're going to have a nice break up there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, phew.
Yeah, I think where we usually come in is a little bit over by where the yellow flowers are. Over there.
Where the yellow flowers are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a wrong judgment. There are yellow flowers over there.
Pretty much everywhere.
There's also yellow flowers over there. Back down there.
At least
Right
we
here.
left the bees behind as we got up the hill. They like that other stuff down in there.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's very green in there.
Yeah, I say we come up and work this way, and then we'll drop down onto the mesa.
All right.
Much easier.
Huh. That is crazy.
What? Yeah.
The coloring of my hat. I'm sweating so much.
Turning black?
No. It's like the sweat that's dropping off the tip of the hat is the color of the hat. I think it's taking out the color of the hat or whatever. Bird over there. Eagle.
Ooh. Bad step.
Is this freshly... Is it brown dirt? It looks like someone dug it up. Did you see it?
Yep.
That's not...
Something dug something up or buried something there.
Huh.
Yeah. It's fresh.
Yeah.
You know what the sign of that is?
Huh.
Look at it. Hasn't rained since it was dug.
That's true. That is true.
Is this our spot?
That does look like the branch.
Turkey buzzard's gonna follow us.
Huh?
Turkey buzzard's gonna follow us.
What's gonna follow us?
Turkey buzzard.
Oh.
He's gonna follow us.
Can't get him on the... There he is.
See where someone's been in, walking through.
Yeah.
Our footsteps and their footsteps. So they came over this way, and they came back over. There's more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost completely hidden.
Yeah. How different it looks.
Yeah, it doesn't look the same, does it?
No, it looks nothing like it used to. What is that over there?
The trash can lid.
Trash can lid.
Yeah, for the can. Metal trash can.
There was a metal bucket. I don't remember a metal trash can.
There's the trash can right there.
Hmm.
See it in that spot?
It kind of looks like a cairn almost. You see
Yeah,
it?
someone
Oh.
did it. Stopped it.
Yeah.
It's new. Everything looks kind of the same. Be careful here. On the edge. It's just overgrown. Oh, there's a can.
Yeah.
Approaching the pit area for the spiral staircase. I was surprised at how much change there had been, because over the last, I would say, 10 to 15 years, I've seen nominal changes, but nothing too much. I've always went back and looked at pictures and thought, wow, it seems to be, the process of its changes to it seem to be very slow. This is the first time I walked up and was like, wow, there's significant change and difference. Obviously, the heavy rains played that point, and having a drought has preserved it. But I was very, very surprised, because usually I'm looking at it and then I'm having to look at pictures and say, oh, okay, there's a little change of this. This has changed a little. But this time was walking right up. I was able to tell. One was the brush, obviously, because you used to be able to see it from some distance. And there was, being there at that area, you had a very clear view all the way around you if anybody could be approaching and stuff. Completely different in that. But the deterioration around there was very surprising. That's the most deterioration I've ever seen. It's the only real significant deterioration I've ever seen since I've known and seen anything with the pit. And I've seen photographs going back into the 90s of the pit, and they've always looked very similar. I think you could stack them up. This time, it was like, wow, there's been some significant changes.
It's too dark, I cannot tell. There's a can there.
It has changed.
It has. This didn't used to be this far back.
No.
There's more dug out here.
No, it fell in.
Or it fell in, yeah. Because we used to be able to sit right on top of it. We cannot do that now.
Here.
Yeah, I remember being able to stand, like right there.
Yeah, all this is gone.
Right over there.
I don't know if it's dug out or if it's washed out.
No, I think it washed out. Because you can see the same thing on the other side. All the alluvials washing
Yeah,
down.
it kind of took out one of my plans. Setting the ladder over here, going down on those boulders. I think the boulders are
that
gone.
ladder's not long enough either.
Not anymore.
No. Oh. So what's it look like?
Death.
Death? It's worse?
All the boulders that used to be here.
It's all
Gone.
gone?
Mm-hmm. You know what? We're going to do a camera drop with the night vision.
Alright.
Yeah, there's no way this ladder won't work anymore.
No.
All the alluvial, all the boulders that were sitting here,
Yeah, they're all gone.
they're all gone.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's changed. In fact, yeah, this barely gets you even to the ledge anymore.
Hmm.
It looks more stable down in there. Okay, give me a flashlight.
Okay.
Cleared out a lot.
Has it?
Yes.
Where did it all go then?
I don't know.
Has to have gone somewhere in there.
I'm trying to think of how to get a camera in there now.
So I think a lot of the ledge by the wood planks there have washed out, and I don't know if I trust the wood because some of it's coming up.
Okay, let's get the camera set.
Night vision camera?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll get that. So what's the plan?
Well, I figured you'd try to take this and
Oh.
tie it. You know what? Give me the selfie stick.
Okay.
What's it saying? I don't see anything. Let's fucking play. Why is it not?
Unfortunately, one of the things we seem to experience there is always some sort of camera issue. Now I know before I forgot the camera, so that's more of a me issue. But we've always had little issues. At the staircase mine, the initial time we went out there and filmed, did a lot of film footage and photographs. I had all the pictures and video before I went down in, but all the stuff and the stuff afterwards, but none of the stuff on my phone was there when I came out, when I checked later that day. It was just kind of mind-blowing. And I've run into that a couple of times on these. I haven't ever been able to explain it because I don't know how, if I took 10 pictures and videoed 7 or 8 times, how I mistakenly didn't catch anything. I couldn't explain it. And this time we had equipment, we had batteries, and the equipment again starts doing funny things when we're there. Some of the equipment, sometimes Trevor's had the issues with his cameras with certain things that we were kind of like, okay, they're technical issues. You can't say there's anything going. But I am going to kind of say, we can't put a pin in it, but there is a problem where we have a specific camera or piece of equipment always seems to, something has a problem. And I will say that is true. And to this point, it's just, I don't quite understand it. I don't know how to explain it. It's one of the reasons this time I brought so many optics and so many different things in cameras and audio, because I wanted to make sure that even if we lose something or something's non-functional, we're capturing something.
Every time we got a plan, everything goes to shit. You notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that tree is almost in the pit now. This also here wasn't this far open.
No, that's what I'm saying, is everything's just washing in.
Yeah, but if it's washing in, it would be filled in the bottom. So
know.
why is it not filled?
Well, I don't know where it's going.
I don't see this huge pile of boulders somewhere.
I wouldn't understand why someone would dig it out.
But even if you dug it out to get those boulders that size out,
Yeah, that would be
we'd
tough.
see them. Because remember I told you, this is the thing. You look over there at those boulders. I was told they brought a backhoe in and dug this out. You do not need a backhoe to move those boulders out of here. No, you do those by hand. The backhoe boulders are in here still. So there's nothing out here that is big enough that it required a backhoe. You couldn't have dug through these big boulders, so they hand dug this, let the bigger boulders slip in. What I'm confused at is with all the changes, and I know it's the water and the runoff and everything else, but what's crazy right now I'm looking at is, where's everything that was at the bottom? Because I can see the bottom.
I don't know.
Where did it go? Because I don't see it up here. If someone dug this stuff out, I'd be seeing it, and I don't see anything here.
No, I don't see anything either.
Someone's been here.
Yes.
There's been a few things moved, but there's nothing that shows me someone's been digging on this or put any serious kind of work into it. And I apologize to that person if they think they put in a ton of work, but just the displacement of this stuff alone would have filled a third of it up.
Yeah.
So seeing how everything collapsed there and everything collapsed in, but I can see the bottom, makes me wonder, where did everything in the bottom go? Is there that much space down there that someone got down there and was able to move it all out of the way?
Does the bottom look the same?
No, it looks clean.
Clean.
Where the bottom was rocky, had broken pieces of this wood, because the wood went all the way out. So there's busted pieces of the wood and some stuff. There was some rebar in there. And yeah, all that stuff's gone. But I don't see all these pieces of broken wood here,
No.
right? So I'm not seeing what I saw before. So is it flushing it down in there? Then how big of a chamber could that be? Because everyone makes it sound small, but then it can't be small then.
Or is it going towards the entrance? The other entrance?
But that looked blocked off the last time we dropped a camera. This is the opposite of what I thought would happen. I thought stuff would collapse in and we'd come out here after the rainfall and find it filled.
Mm-hmm.
Or partially filled. And because before the passage to the bottom was maybe 3 feet by 3 feet, if that, to drop into the bottom. And that is a big, huge opening now.
Yeah, but I think it made it more difficult to get down there.
Oh,
More
yeah,
dangerous.
it did, because you used to be able to go down this, and there was a ledge to stand
Yeah,
on.
I
That
remember
ledge is
seeing the
gone.
ledge.
That
I
whole
remember-
side that had all the boulders in it is gone.
I think that's... Yeah, that's what I think I'm looking at right now, and I don't see any of it. Let me see what I can...
One of the things I was very, very happy to note is I saw the deterioration, and at first I couldn't see, but I was able to see some of the debris, the wood, and a few things from the last trip on the surface. So it wasn't everything collapsed in and it was covered. Some of the things I'd knocked down in there, once I was able to look at everything, I was able to see, okay, things are still there, they're still on the surface, so it filled up. Which told me that also, additionally, once I was able to look at photographs and stuff, I was able to realize nothing's really moved. No one's been down there moving anything or doing much of anything. So that made me very, very happy, because initially I was thinking stuff's moved, and my worry was all the collapsing and everything. But it does make me curious of where did everything go, because I repeatedly while I was there was looking at things, and I looked at my phone and looked at older pictures and was looking at things and trying to match certain rocks in the bottom. And then I'm thinking, but where did everything go? I mean, nobody brought a backhoe out here or a crane. Things have disappeared, things have moved, but it was more open. So I was expecting to see the bottom more filled. And then I was realizing, no, it isn't actually filled. Everything's where it should be on the surface. So where did everything go down in there? Where did it disappear? Or who knows? So curious. There's always something puzzling happens out there.
I want to put this. So it recorded all the way down, right?
Well, it looks like it. It only recorded like for 30 seconds or so, I'd say.
Well, I didn't take it down. I took it down, got to the bottom, then I pulled it right back up.
You can see that. It spins a lot, though.
Doesn't matter. It's just getting it down there and letting it set. Trying to look at where I want it to fucking go off of. I'm thinking it's right about here. But there's a boulder there, so I need to get it out a little more than that. See, I was on the hook, and the hook was too far this way. So I need to be this way. But I got to drop it between this boulder here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a boulder protruding.
I see the boulder.
Yeah, I got to get it between these two boulders right here below me. Don't like that.
No, don't do that.
So I need it. Okay. So I'm smarter to do this.
You're moving that board.
Yeah, but my foot's on the pipe.
Yeah, but if the board slips, your foot's going too.
There. See there.
So as we're doing this, one of the big concerns is on the trip in and everything, and we had to be aware of is, and Trevor's concern was that I would rip my stitches or pull my stitches, because it's just the two of us out there, and it was a pretty rough way in this time. and I'm carrying a much heavier pack, and it's equipment. It's not just water we could pour out and say, okay, I need a bottle of water, we'll get back. It was equipment we couldn't leave there and so forth. So it created a bit of a problem. I think he had a concern. Definitely when I'm leaning out, you can tell I'm kind of moving much more cautiously than I normally would, even though I should have been cautious anyways. But part of it is that worry I could feel suddenly, like not a pleasant feeling, and you're waiting to hear something, but kind of feeling it and realizing, ooh, crap, that's not good. So several times, we'd stop filming for a moment, and I'd tell Trevor, okay, check and see if I'm bleeding. Am I bleeding? No? Okay, good. Okay, we keep going. So that was a definite concern. So some of my movement at the time, definitely when we got there in the first hour or so, it was a concern of mine, because I hadn't been, 3-4 days in, I hadn't been bending and, doing certain motions and activity. And now I'm stretching and leaning out. And of course, you quit thinking about what you're doing, and then you realize, oh crap, I can feel that. I shouldn't have probably moved that way. So it was, not going to explain anything other than that, but then there was, but it was all good. But yeah, it caused a stoppage in the film, and that was one problem with just the two of us, is when I needed certain things, Trevor walked around with the camera. I told him to keep the footage because it's very realistic of what we were having to deal with. And in the end, it became problematic for us. It's just two of us trying to juggle everything. And having that third person there, having Frank there, makes a big difference, because it's another set of hands off camera to do things or certain things. With just Trevor and myself, it was kind of tough. It was tough to keep things moving forward of what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do things. And we had to take our time. But as noticeable in there, I would sit back and light a smoke and sit back and just relax and just say, okay, I'm going to kind of think about this and adjust and take my time.
Okay. Oh, shit. Here's the problem. I can't see it. I can see it from over there.
Let me go over there. Okay, you're good. You can lower it more. You're not under the boulder.
Tell me when I'm down below the boulder.
You're below it.
Cool.
Or are you talking about the one way down?
Where am I at? How far from the bottom?
I can't see the bottom, and I don't want to get too close out. Doesn't look far. A little bit farther.
Does it still have the selfie stick on the bottom of it? I'm on something.
I can't see it. It's dark. I think you made it to the bottom.
I'm wondering.
You can't even see.
The selfie stick, if it stays on the bottom, I could open the tripod up, right?
I don't know. It's not on the bottom. Selfie stick's in the air. I see it now. It's on a ledge, right by the bottom.
Which way is it pointing?
I can't tell. I can't see it now. It's too dark.
If I was to go a direction to get better access down in there, which way would you say I go? Towards you? Towards me?
you.
What?
Towards you.
So I need to come back, what, 6 inches, 8 inches?
Probably about 6.
So say, okay, so about 6 more holes towards me, and then drop.
Yeah, that might be good.
Okay, come back over here.
Okay, let me slowly
Is it
get away
spinning
from
a
the
lot?
edge. As you got to the bottom, it didn't look like it was spinning as much, but I can't. It's hard to tell from up here.
One of the things we wanted to change, got a nice piece of equipment. They're basically night vision optics, and it's a binocular that also films, and it films, and it was something that I apologize for, because we mostly have used it in dark circumstances at night. These capture in 4K. They're awesome. You can't beat this. It's an excellent tool to have. I thought by utilizing the tripod, what I could do is open the tripod and get it to set, and then be able to, by manipulating a little, hopping it, maybe get it to turn. And that was the idea initially, to get some good footage of kind of looking around and kind of seeing what was there and the stability of things, because we weren't sure with all the deterioration. Unfortunately, one of the things I discovered with this, and I'll remember in the future, is because things had opened up, a lot more sunlight's pouring in, and the IR was reflecting heavily. And you'll see that where you're thinking, why is it so white? Or what's that, glare? That's because we had the night vision on, and I didn't realize we probably could have just had it in regular mode and it would have filmed actually even better. But by having it in the IR, anytime it came close to any surface in there with the available light, it was just reflecting on itself. So it was disappointing, but this is an excellent tool. I'd recommend to anyone. I love the mini DV, how it works. But I think I got about an 1/8 mile range with these binoculars with the night vision. And that's really nice. When you're in a tunnel or something, it's nice to have that ability to kind of, not as binoculars even, but to be able to clearly, a lot of night vision kind of loses its ability to see at a certain distance. These are awesome with very limited light. They almost see forever. So it's a great tool, and especially being able to record and everything with them. Cool tool, man. Pick one up for caves, spelunking, and all that.
It did work right, except one thing.
Huh.
Tripod collapsed. I had it open, so if I got it down there,
Yeah, it's not going to stay open. It keeps flipping the other way. Okay.
I can see it going down past the next boulders. Right?
Yeah. Okay, hit a rock.
That's the bottom.
No, it's not. There's more.
Oh.
If you go... See, there's more to the left.
Left. What left? Your left?
Your
My
left. Your left. Your
My
left.
So this way, south.
Yeah. It looks like it goes deeper down that way.
I can't really get it to do much that way. Try it this way. Is that it? Well, it obviously is.
Yeah.
That has to be about the bottom.
I think you're at the bottom.
Nope.
No, there's another little ledge.
Am I just dropping cord, or am I dropping the camera? I don't think I got.
I think you're dropping cord.
Yeah. Okay, I got to be careful here, because I'm almost. I don't know how. Oh, there it is.
Unfortunately, on my technical side, since that equipment, the mini DVR, a lot of the night vision, a lot of the camera and stuff I was using, it's not stuff Trevor was familiar with. He's familiar, and his main view is film, assist me with what I need, and film what we're doing. I did not look at the date time stamps. It wasn't until we were reviewing all the episodes, Trevor pointed out, oh, it says 2021, which would kind of make us we're in a time traveling portal. So that was bad on me. Usually I'll clear the timestamps on stuff I'm filming. I'm not a big fan of putting it on there, because usually you're changing batteries and certain times you lose it and you got to remember to reset it and you forget, and then it seems stupid. I have tons of photographs with timestamps with the wrong years on them because of that, and back in the day using 35 millimeter film and stuff. So that was kind of on us. So anybody that notes that, that's my bad.
So I'll find tension. There, I got tension. Can you see it at all?
No, I can't see it anymore. I think it's behind a boulder, so I can't see
Fine,
it.
I'm just going to move it slowly to let it do whatever it's doing to film.
Okay. I see it now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot of the bottom.